This is Digivation Network. Experience the revolution. Hello, I am Bayero Agabi, welcoming you to this edition of the show, Digivation Network, Africa's leading ICT innovation, lifestyle, and enterprise show on television. Again, you're welcome. In this edition, we will be looking at the Nigeria Internet Group, its new leadership, and what the organization is to Nigeria, plus a special report on the cyberspace, its economy, fun, and risk. I am Bayero Agabi, but first, issues and development that made news in the past 1 week.
It was a memorable day as young entrepreneurs, tech innovators gathered to display their inventions at the maiden edition of the CC Hub Hackathon event hosted by Enyo Retails. Not minding that it is a Saturday, stakeholders, chief executives came out in their numbers to witness the technology pitch and encourage the next generation of the nation's tech leaders. The competitors presented solutions designed to curb some of the challenges of poor customer service delivery faced in the oil and gas industry in the country.
With ePump, we are putting the control back into the hands of the customer, ensuring they get accurate value for their money when they are purchasing fuel. At the same time, providing visibility to the station into their operations. They get real-time data of sales from their station, either they are there physically or not.
Appraising their solution, the CEO CC Hub, Bosun Tijani, noted that most of the ideas pitched by the competitors are commendable. He added that the competition is a wake-up call to the Nigerian youth to showcase their talents and advise them to hack for good. He further said that whichever team that emerges the winner will automatically get into the incubation period and will be rewarded $5,000 to continue with their project, which is going to take place in the next 3 months.
We're willing to support all the teams to continue to build the ideas. And I can tell you guys one thing, the bits they've done here is one of the hardest bits. But the most difficult part of the journey is actually what's going to happen after today. A lot of people don't do anything with the ideas. Even those with the best of the best ideas don't do anything with the ideas after today. But what they will get, for those who do, at least the first 3 ideas, the winner will get $500,000 to start on the journey of actually building a proper prototype to continue to push. But I think the most exciting bit for us at CCL is for all the 3 ideas, or any of the 5 actually, they're going to get a fast track and access to our pre-incubation and incubation program, which means if they get into an incubation program, they can get $5,000 to continue to build. And that's going to happen in the next 3 months. So if they demonstrate traction, there's another $5,000 waiting in 3 months.
Also speaking at the event, the MD CEO Enyo Retail Yomi Awobokun says technology remains the solution to move the downstream forward from where it is today. He added that Enyo aims at improving the services the company renders and to give the consumers a better service delivery.
What can we do to move the downstream forward from where it is today to where it can be? And technology is the answer. And so we've founded a company which looks like a traditional oil and gas retail company. But the kicker is that everything about that company is that it is technology thirsty. We're keen to improve the downstream value chain, and that improvement is primarily to deploy affordable technology. Number 1, to improve the services that the company renders. Number 2, to give consumers a better service, and most importantly, to return a better profit to shareholders and to employ as many people as possible whilst we do it.
Team Enyo Scan to Pay emerges the winner in the competition, went home with a sum of 500,000 star prize in addition to participating in the incubation program, while Team Awuf Niger and Enyo Pay emerged 2nd and 3rd places with 250,000 prizes each.
Enyo Pay is a payment solution platform that actually allows for third-party pickup. So I'm here, like the example I gave earlier on. I get a call from home. I can just pick up my mobile phone, the Enyo Pay, log onto NUP, I'm a registered user, I log onto NUP, purchase the products, and also ask, I get a code, but that would come on later on. I purchase the product, then make a call back home, and you go to the police station, any of the outlets, and pick the products up.
We call our solution Scan to Pay. It's a simple, smart solution that is easy and secure. And so the feature, it involves that when you drive into a fuel station and you want to make payment, let's say for example you don't have cash with you. So there is a barcode that you are registered with that is unique to you. And the attendant, just scan the barcode and then you confirm the amount that should be removed from your wallet with a PIN. And that's it. You can drive off. So it's seamless, it's simple.
NU, a reputable oil and gas organization with branches across the nation, is aimed at using ICT to ensure a better service delivery to consumers and the nation.
Hello, I'm Bayero Agabi. As we face the new society driven by data and information, Cyber Africa provides you a trusted platform. Here we understand how telecoms, the internet and the media are redefining our world. Cyber Africa, connecting Africa.
With over 47 awards, both local and international, Infotech Network, owners of Digivation Network, has continued to maintain the top spot in ICT and digital revolution in Africa. Join us every week for the issues and trends and actors in the ICT digital ecosystem. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us at this time. This is Digivation Network. Experience the revolution. To be part of the show, please text the number on your screen or better still, email bayeroagabi@gmail.com. And now to a special report on cyber life and its risk. Digital life, digital activity, or if you like, call it just being online. A new lifestyle not many can do without. It has become part of today's culture, a culture of posting any and everything online. But what has become worrisome is the way and manner many do it without recourse to security implication or violation of their rights and that of others. In this report, we examine the fun, the economics, risk in the digital life, if you like, cyber life. Click, search, follow, browse. These are the steps on our mobile devices that keeps us fixed to our computers and mobile phones. Social media activities coupled with implicit online activity like casual web search or browsing, online shopping, blogging, calling, texting, watching and uploading video keeps us glued almost all the time. These activities, as fun and educating as they may seem, also contribute to building a rich, accurate digital footprint for easy monitoring.
There is a need for everyone who is using any smart device to understand the security features that are there in the device, how to activate them, and to what extent they can protect that device.
In case you want to have a glimpse of how much of your personal information is freely available online, start by conducting a simple Google search of your name. In the unlikely circumstances you don't find any relevant information or at least photographs, then you have no online existence. If you have an email, a social media account, or any kind of online presence, it is likely there are traces of your personal information open out there. These activities are what professional hackers look out for, either for social re-engineering or to have a good trace of your life to be able to hack or breach your privacy. Kingsley Roberts is a professional hacker.
The device you have access to the internet. You do a lot of download. Everybody is on Facebook, everybody is on WhatsApp and all these kind of social medias. Then you look at, you ask yourself question, what am I downloading? Why do I need to download this thing? What is the benefit of downloading all these things? Because most of these things we download from the internet, we have malwares, implanted behind that runs on the background the moment you click. It could be picture, it could be music, audio, videos, and things like that. So we need to know these questions.
According to the ITU, the National Telecommunications Union, it estimates that by the end of this year, 2018, more than half of the global population will be using the internet. The number is about 3.75 billion of the entire 7.3 billion global population. Strikingly, the number of active social media users hit 2.5 billion in 2017. Statistics examines that the population of the social media user will hit 3.2 billion by 2021. With this examination, nations, organizations, and individuals are taking seriously their cyber agenda, which include security, economics, and defense. The cyberspace today has become what nations take very seriously. For instance, the US is facing a world in which competitors and adversaries such as Russia, China, and Iran are using disinformation to diminish America's global influence, weaken her alliance, and undercut our national interest. As noted by author Alexander Klimberg, in the darknet web, other countries are using cyberspace to project power. Others have argued that the security of the internet should not be left to chance.
Anything that has to do with putting your password on a site, putting financial information on a site, you have to check one thing and one thing alone. Does the site start with HTTPS:/? And does it have a padlock that is locked on the website address, the starting point? If you don't see that, don't ever put any private confidential information on such a website, even if it looks genuine. Because every financial transaction, every transaction that requires your password has to be on a secured site. And that is how you know if the site is secured or not.
There's a trend coming in social media that you all have to be aware as youth. Do not give too much data of yourselves. Do not try to avoid it. Previously, when Facebook started, it was a collaboration for peers. But now they ask you, what's your father's date of death? What's your father's name? What's your mother's name? What's your sister's name? Who is your cousin on Facebook? Avoid those data. Facebook is not Nigerian. Avoid them. It doesn't label Facebook as a bad place for you not to go and exchange and engage with peers. You should, but these are best practices you should try to avoid. They don't need that information. You mustn't give them that information. Why? Because you may think you're helping yourself, but at the same time, you're profiling yourself and your family for crime.
In general, some nations are beginning to regard the cyberspace as a global common, just like oceanic waters, beyond the sovereign control of individuals and countries. However, as research revealed, the Pentagon regards cybersecurity as vital to its mission to generate, project, command, and control the use of military resources, most of which have an online component. Powering all this is the growth of the internet. With the incessant posting, commenting, liking, sharing, and forwarding, there is adequate digital footprint to build a complete personal profile of any average internet user. Social media is enabling recruiters and human resource managers to peek into personality, behavior, and character of their staff and potential recruits. By analyzing the online social data of employees and potential candidates, organizations can discover and predict behavioral issues that can hinder performance or jeopardize their corporate image. Artificial intelligence algorithms such as the association rule have been tested on analyzing human behavior against social circles. This means that with enough data, it is possible to pick out a bad guy by just examining their friendship circles. With this, developing nations like Nigeria are not immune to attacks, and the earlier the nations take cyber rules and define them and manage them, the better for them. This is Digivation Network, Africa's leading ICT innovation and enterprise show on television. I am Bayeru Agabi. Now to the big issue of the week. The Nigeria Internet Group, set up to promote and advocate internet usage in Nigeria. The NIG, as is mainly referred to, has in the past played a major role in the development of the ICT sector, especially the growth of the internet in Nigeria today. In this conversation, Hilary Damisa took up the president, Destin Amana, and its treasurer, Nkem Uwaji Bego, on the mission and vision and the new strategies of the group and the plan to ensure that NIG is bigger and better.
All right, the 21st century is one that is often referred as a very disruptive one. The internet is one of such instruments of disruption. As the president of the Nigerian Internet Group, what is your strategy to ensure that Nigerian youth take advantage of the opportunities provided by the internet?
I would like to think that I can address the question that you've placed before me, representing the youths of Nigeria. The internet broaches all aspects of business and changes a lot of the way businesses operate. Gone are the days where to start a business you needed to have a shop, a location, pay rent, hire employees, pay professionals like an accountant, HR managers to do everything, thus incurring high costs to starting up a small business. Now you can compete with big blue chip companies from your bedroom. All you need to do is learn how to use the internet to do it. An example, about 10-15 years ago, when I started building websites for some Nigerian businesses, I went to meet one of the shippers in Apapa to try and get him to get a website for his business. And his question to me was, okay, so if I spend this money on this website, how soon will I get returns on my investment? I told him that it doesn't work that way, sir. First of all, it's going to save you money. But because in Nigeria at that time we didn't really have to switch online and e-payments, it wasn't going to be something that he would use to transact and do his business. But I told him that most of your customers are not in Nigeria, they're abroad. So when they look for shippers in Africa, the first place they're going to look is on the internet.
As an executive of the Nigerian Internet Group, are there specific programs or plans to ensure that we promote Nigerian content, we promote perspectives that would put Nigeria in positive light, so we don't just keep downloading, but we also
so there are different types of initiatives within NIG. One of them is the I4J program, which is basically a program that really promotes content development within the youth segment, and make sure that there are grants that can be given to young content creators and young innovators. So I think that's really a very important initiative. Furthermore, we're also looking at working with existing content creators to create training material and training courses that can then be used for training and more capacity building. So I think really for us it's about, first of all, creating awareness about content, right? And we use our own platforms and conferences and other platforms that we have to push that.
If I want to join the Nigeria Internet Group, what benefits are there for me? What values are there for me? Why should I be a member of the Nigerian Internet Group? If I'm a young man in Sokoto State who's gifted and at IT, why should I be a member of the Nigerian Internet Group?
Okay, first of all, the Nigerian Internet Group, our history is based on the fact that in the days of Abacha actually wanted to ban the internet, and some key representatives in NCC and some key stakeholders came together and formed an advocacy group, a steering committee, to make sure that the internet did not disappear, right? Of course, the story has changed now. The internet, we are consuming so much data right now that most people cannot remember what it was like to do dial-up. In fact, they're complaining all the time, my internet is so slow, or my internet is so fast, it gulps up all my data. I think I have to change to another service provider because these guys are stealing my money, type of attitude to the internet. It has taken up most of our lives. Now, with that in mind, if you don't have a say in what goes on with how the internet evolves in your country.
All right, Nkem, just a quick one. Are you satisfied with the quality of internet service? And if not?
Okay, so I mean, that's a tricky question for somebody that's in tech, right? I was in South Korea in 2014, and the internet speed in the hotel was 75 Mbps up and down.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was slow for Korea.
Really?
For Korea, it is slow. As I said, it was in a hotel, right? So this is, so I mean, if you compare that to what we have here, we have a very long way to go. However, as Destiny mentioned already, I remember the days of dial-up, and obviously we've come very far from there. I think also that the service providers have also realized that, now there's a lot of competition in the market, so it's not just about, how good is your service, but also what kind of customer service are you providing. Mm-hmm. So to be honest, I think that, we are on the right path, and I think that, the service providers are doing a good job in making sure that, their service is stable.
The internet, children, youth are also susceptible to abuse within the internet space. So is the NIG looking at the opportunity of advocating or partnering to ensure child online safety and protection?
That's a very interesting question, and I think that really and truly the safety of children on the internet still lies with their parents. And I say this because there are a lot of things that parents can do in order to, put on parental guidance, block certain websites, and these things are easy to do. However, what I've realized over the years is that the parents actually do not have the tools and the skills to do so. So, for us as NIG, it would really be advocacy focused on educating the parents, because internet is a tool and a very important tool, and being afraid of it does not help you. With everything in life, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have over it, right? So for us, it's important that some of the training programs that Destiny has mentioned will also focus on educating parents, specifically mothers, because mothers still do spend the most bulk of the time with the children, right? On how to use the internet in a way that their children, first of all, learn how to use it responsibly, that the children are able to actually identify threats on the internet, and that the children are also able to distinguish between good content and bad content, and that the parents have tools on how to filter out the content that they don't want their children to see.
The political space is agog once again, and the internet has become an influencer in political system. If you look at the 2015 US general elections, internet, of course, was a reference. And then Nigeria is looking at the 2019 election as the president of the Nigerian Internet Group. Are there plans by the body to ensure that the electorate makes good use of the internet, and of course the political class too, to ensure that Nigerians make the best decision in the interest and development of the nation?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this e-series of seminars, and one of them is going to be on the effective use of the internet for political reasons. Yeah, the American president re-evaluated the way people look at the presidency in America by using Twitter. You will know what is going on in the Oval Office before his chiefs find out, because he's tweeted it out already. If he came for a training course on how to use Twitter properly, I think he would have learned a lot more than what he's doing right now.
We want to thank Destiny Amana and Nkem Wajebego for joining us on this segment of the program. We hope to have you on the program anytime soon. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is the show for the week. If you have any comment or suggestions, please send them to bayeragabi@gmail.com, or better still, you can text the number on your screen. Until then, I remain yours sincerely, Bayeru Agabi. Peace.